glasses. I had to fix them. I'll just glue them. They'll be fine. But, it is 5:23 in the morning on, Saturday, November 25th. And I was sleeping my ass off for the first time in a while. Sleeping like a little angel that I am. My fucking phone rings and I don't even know how I heard it. I really don't. But there's this customer. There's a lot of customers from the fuckhole bar, I call it, that I was working at. And I was really, really close with and really cool with and still talk to and shit. You know, it's just buddies. Lord knows I don't got no friends. But this kid, he's 20, he just turned 22 a little while ago. He is a concrete guy, and of course, you know, they don't drug test people to get on welfare, but they'll drug test all of these hardworking Americans paying for it, so they're all pushed to drinking alcohol and being fucking alcoholics and cokeheads because it leaves their system fast, and it's a fucking shame. They don't want nobody smoking pot, but they know full fucking well that fucking everybody's on drugs. Ronnie Radke featuring my boy Corey Taylor there. Drugs. They ain't fucking lying. Everybody's on drugs, and it's a fucking shame. But this kid had cancer, like, so fucking bad growing up, and he is now a kind of a high functioning alcoholic. I'm trying to work on him a little bit and talk him back from it, but he got a DUI last year, and he deserved it for sure. And the way the way that he and I speak to each other, and the way that I speak to a lot of people who have good senses of humor like me, you'd puke. Oh, the shit we say to each other, it is so fucked up. Love it. But he fucking calls me, and I'm like groggy as fuck looking, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And I answer it, and he's like, hey. He looks like a Unabomber. Literally, this kid looks just like the fucking Unabomber. Tall, skinny. Fucking Unabomber. But, he's like, hey, are you busy? I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm sleeping. What the fuck happened? He's like, can you please come pick me up from this certain police station? I'm like, are you fucking joking or are you serious? And he's like, I'm serious. I was like, all right, motherfucker. I was like, I'm gonna throw my shoes on. I'll be there in about a half hour. I'm about a half hour away. And so I go pick him up from this police station because he just now got his second DUI that he did not deserve. And, I guess he blew like a .14 or something like that. And the cops, like, 'cause his registration was out and he didn't fucking know. So he gets pulled over. And they field sobriety, tested him, whatever. And then they had him blow. And the cops are sitting there going, wow, like, we're actually really surprised. Like, we didn't even really think you were drunk. We were just doing this to fucking do it. And, yeah, we didn't even think you're drunk. But, you know, come to the police station now that our uncalibrated breathalyzer fucked you. I said, dude, fight that shit in court. This certain area is so fucked up. The police there are cool, good cops everywhere. And then there are the jack-off ones in bigger numbers everywhere. And I noticed when I was working in this city, this certain city that he's in that I had to go pick him up. When I started working there, I'm like, there are literally like 8 bars within a block and a half of each other, including the one that I was working at. I'm like, there are so many bars just right here, let alone all of these other ones, right? I'm like, what the fuck? Then I noticed that a lot of those people are hoofing it. They are walking to all of these bars and shit, and don't have licenses. They're all out on DUIs and shit. Like, hard-working motherfuckers who have been driven to alcohol because their job's drug test, but the welfare system doesn't. And these governments are allowed to give people Suboxone and methadone with no end in sight. And if you've never been addicted to either methadone or Suboxone, and then if you've never been addicted to things like painkillers and heroin, there is no more sickeningly addictive drug out there other than methadone and Suboxone. Those fucking substances are so goddamn fucking addictive. And then they'll drug test these fucking people at the methadone clinics and shit, right? Because you are not allowed to mix benzos with these things, because you could fucking die. I have seen people go to the methadone clinics and fail every fucking time, fail these drug tests for benzos and shit. And they do not kick them out. They will not wean these people off. All they do is up their dosages to keep them addicted and to keep the money flowing. These governments are the biggest drug dealers I have ever seen. And I got thrown in the slammer for selling my kid's dad pills that I was prescribed by a doctor who got arrested for intentionally stringing a bunch of patients out on drugs. His name is Dr. Jack Taylor. Pittsburgh HealthWorks scandal. There was like 3 or 5 Pittsburgh doctors back in maybe 2013 or 14. They got busted for ruining all kinds of patients' lives, getting them addicted to painkillers. This motherfucker never saw a day of prison. And this guy was collecting disability from the state as he was running a drug ring and fucking destroying hundreds, if not thousands, of people's lives. And he never saw a day of jail for any of it. For fucking everybody up, for collecting disability while working as a chiropractor and intentionally fucking our backs up so much worse, so that we thought we needed the 6 oxycodone 30 milligrams a day that he was prescribing everybody. All this fucking jack-off got was a fine. But I sell some of my pills to my kid's dad because I needed fucking money. And I went straight upstate on my first offense. Did 7.5 months. But this guy did nothing. No time. There is no justice in the world. These judges are so fucking crooked. Tell you what, you come to Fayette County, you get in trouble in Fayette County, and you have Davis and Davis as your, if you can afford Davis and Davis in Fayette County, guys, I highly recommend you hire them, because all they got to do is this to the judge, any of them, and they're out of trouble. It is fucking sickening. So I noticed as I worked at this bar, it was called a number. And I'm like, huh, why is this bar called this number? Then I noticed that there was a bunch of other bars around that were called numbers. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on with all of these bars just being called numbers? And then I find out that it's because they are named after the street that they are on. And I'm like, wait a minute. So everybody here is a bunch of depressed, hard-working motherfuckers who